Tokyo is an aggressively modern metropolis, constantly overwriting its own geography. Yet right in the middle of this concrete grid sits a 1,400-year-old anchor of faith, Sensoji, the city's oldest temple. In 628, two brothers were fishing in the Sumida River. According to accounts, their net pulled a tiny golden statue from the water. Recognizing the figure as Kannon, the Buddhist goddess of mercy, the local village chief repurposed his own home to enshrine the statue. The site where they brought that statue ashore has dictated the layout of the surrounding district for 14 centuries. While the city around it was paved and rebuilt, the temple's position remained fixed. Today, the formal boundary between the everyday city and that ancient sacred ground is marked by the Kaminarimon, or Thunder Gate. The centerpiece of this entrance is an imposing red paper lantern measuring nearly 4 meters tall and weighing roughly 700 kilograms. Flanking the lantern are two massive wooden deities, Fujin, the god of wind, and Raijin, the god of thunder. They act as guardians, enshrined specifically to protect the complex from the natural disasters of storms and fire. Passing under this massive weight and between these ancient protectors forces a physical compression. It requires the modern visitor to leave the secular street behind and adopt a posture of reverence before progressing any deeper into the grounds. Immediately past the Thunder Gate, the path opens up into Nakamise Street, a dense 250-meter corridor of commerce leading directly to the inner sanctum. This dense market is not a modern tourist trap. During the Edo period, the government granted local residents the official right to open shops along this exact approach to serve arriving pilgrims. Through massive earthquakes and wartime fires, the architecture of these shops has been repeatedly destroyed. Yet the community has always rebuilt them, preserving the exact same spatial layout down to the present day. In the Japanese tradition, the sacred and the commercial occupy the same space. This approach allows the community to participate in the pilgrimage, supporting the traveler's physical needs as they move toward the temple. Moving past the second entrance, the Hozamon Gate, visitors encounter the Chozia, a stone water basin. This marks the beginning of the physical purification process. The ritual follows a strict sequence. You hold the ladle with your right hand to wash the left, switch hands to wash the right, pour water into your cupped hand to rinse your mouth, and finally, elevate the ladle to cleanse the handle itself. Next is the Jokoro, a massive bronze incense burner. Here, worshippers actively pull the thick smoke over their heads and bodies, an ancient practice believed to cure ailments and grant wisdom. Before approaching the main hall, many draw an omikuji, or paper fortune. As this diagram shows, Sensoji maintains a strict adherence to an ancient Heian period distribution. Out of 100 possible draws, exactly 30% are mathematically guaranteed to be bad fortunes. These rituals provide a clear sequence of physical preparation. By the time a visitor steps toward the main hall, the smoke and water have marked a clean break from the distractions of the city outside. The journey culminates at the Hondo, or main hall. This sweeping, steep-roofed structure acts as the protective housing for that original 7th century Kannon statue pulled from the river. Worshippers began by gently placing a coin into the offering box. A 5-yen coin is the traditional standard. In Japanese, 5 yen is pronounced go-en, a linguistic pun for auspicious connection or good fate. Unlike Shinto shrines, where visitors clap loudly to summon the gods, the Buddhist protocol here requires absolute stillness. Worshippers simply clasp their hands together silently and offer a single bow. The silence here marks the climax of the long, noisy walk. The 250-meter progression through the gates and markets ends in this single, still encounter with the deity. Yet the physical reality of Sensoji holds a distinct paradox. While the spiritual relic and site geography are ancient, the massive structures towering over the courtyard, including the 5-story pagoda, are actually mid-20th century reconstructions. During the air raids of March 1945, incendiary bombs leveled entire districts. The historic main hall, the pagoda, and the gates burned to the ground, leaving the precinct in total ruin. The massive structures we see today exist solely because of the financial devotion of the Japanese public and corporate leaders. The iconic Kaminarimon Gate, for instance, was completely resurrected in 1960 through a massive donation by Panasonic founder Konosuke Matsushita. long after the daytime crowds dissipate, the temple grounds remain open. The reconstructed gates and pagoda are illuminated every evening, allowing the site to continue serving the local community deep into the night. Sensoji survives because of a constant cycle of public devotion. Its history is defined by its ability to be rebuilt, ensuring the spiritual center of Tokyo remains occupied, regardless of the materials used.